Does a very illegal driver mean you get extra distance off the tee? Or do some of these conforming and non-conforming drivers actually uncover some of the hidden truths about our game? Oh, that is just silly. Stop it. So let's go down memory lane, test some more modern day equipment, and well, let's be honest, some less modern day equipment. Ultimately answer the question, where's all the extra distance come from over the last 20 years? And it's only when I was searching through this job lot of drivers that I had got that I realised some of these aren't conforming and some of them are. And essentially what makes one of these illegal and one of them not is the amount of ball speed some of these can produce off the face compared to others. That's nearly going to go 350 yards. Basically, in simple terms, an illegal driver can produce more ball speed for the amount of club head speed produced. So if modern day drivers have technically got a bit slower off the face, or limited I should say, how is it then that we've been able to gain more distance off the tee? Adverts have definitely changed over the last couple of years, and if you had listened to a TaylorMade, Titleist, Callaway driver advert 5, 6, 7 years ago, it would always claim this is the fastest driver that we have ever produced. And in parts, that is true. I wasn't even paying attention. This has just gone 290 yards. But in terms of illegal faces producing more ball speed, that doesn't necessarily always equate to more distance. I've longed to hit this club. As Tiger was renowned, he used a PT13, which obviously was more de-lofted than this. Look at the size of the thing. And out the middle, as we've just proven, I mean, this is just a lump of metal. And it's produced so much ball speed off the middle of the face. Could you imagine rocking up to the first tee with one of these bad boys and getting 300 yards straight out of it? I mean, it feels so solid out the middle, but then if you don't hit the middle, you've essentially just missed the face. Now, in terms of weight, I mean, this thing is like a piece of air compared to this. This is just an absolute rod. And club head speed is definitely a big factor in terms of getting longer drives. So, quick test, 8.5 conforming, so I believe. Titleist 975J driver. I'm just going to go blanket as fast as I can possibly swing it. See what kind of speed I can get with a little warm-up. I mean, to be fair, I've caught that very well. Typical pull hook by myself, 339 yards. What I'm more surprised with is that how fast I was actually able to get that out the gates. Now, throwing caution to the wind and not necessarily worrying too much about direction, let's see how fast I can swing this 140-pound Titleist TS driver. I thought I nuked it. I've actually swung it slower. Now, putting my club head speed failed to one side, and you can definitely put that down to my swing. Here's some interesting points we've really got to take away from this. Number one, I didn't necessarily catch it well, but just look at the efficiency. I've got more ball speed to club head speed ratio. Not to mention, it didn't come out the middle. Yeah, it's gone straight, and we've still got a decent amount of distance from the shot. Now, obviously, somewhat of an unfair test. I've got a 10.5 TS2, so of course the spin's going to want to be a tiny bit higher than an 8.5 degree driver. And with the other reason, unless you were Tiger or John Daly, the average golfer on tour now is a lot quicker than the average back then. Mainly because they all have one of these to practice with. But let's not mistake, for the average golfer today in terms of getting the right head and shaft, that's lighter, more forgiving, don't get me wrong, a lot more forgiving. And for you being able to find that perfect launch and perfect spin, I mean, it's 10 times easier nowadays than it is way back then. However, if you have quite a fast club head speed and can hit it out the middle quite consistently, whilst getting decent spin and launch numbers with one of these drivers, well, there's a pretty good reason why you're going to see a very similar distance, ball speed, efficiency, club head speed with this to anything that's come out this year. Old school Pro Force stiff flex shaft, non-conforming driver face. Let's see what ball speed we can get. I'm hoping for some good efficiency. I'm hoping that we should be able to get 1.48, 1.49, maybe 1.5. I mean, I can't hit that much better. 1.48 efficiency out the gate. 182 ball speed. Gonna get the 350 off the bat. 350 to start. Can't complain with that. That being said, a modern day driver can definitely equal just as much ball speed as that. I've got the slingers going today. 1.47. Oh, bit blocky. 1.48 again. Smash factor is just so solid on this thing. The issue is, if I want that low spin to get 370, I have to hit the slinging draw. Whereas modern day drivers, you don't have to do that anymore. That is arguably as good as it can get. 1.49 efficiency, I felt it. Get chasing, get chasing. Solid efficiency numbers. And pretty solid ball numbers as well. But to drop the spin enough to get it anywhere near the level of distance you can get with a modern day 8-degree X-stiff driver, I had to play that high draw into the fairway, which ultimately just led into snap hooks more often than not, which means the slight advantage of ball speed gain off the face doesn't necessarily equate into more distance or even straighter drives, which ultimately uncovers the truth over club head speed and ball speed in terms of more distance and better scores on your game. If you've got any questions on your bag or equipment, sasgolfacademy.com. Catch you guys later.